focus and study on my diet because like I said to you that I am doing vegan, not vegan, I'm doing keto with intermittent fasting. But there is some good news. I've lost 10 pounds. I'm so excited about that. I lost 10 pounds and it wasn't stressful. And the game that I'm playing, I don't know if how I'll look, but I'm playing for 40, right? So I can tell my weight. I am 200 pounds. So yes, I'm 200 pounds. I lost 10 pounds, which I would call that just first corner, right? The first corner. And then now I've got like 40 left to go. So I'm taking it over a period of time. I'm not going to rush yet. I think like a good year to lose. No, I can do it quicker than that. But
yeah,
I just want to take my time and do it correctly because I don't want the weight coming back on. So by the time I finish that, I'll be 160 pounds. I'll be a lean,
sexy mama machine.
Yeah, baby. That's the bed springs. So I went to Sunday's sermon. Oh, and I have to tell you, I got stood up. Can you fucking believe that? I literally got stood up. I went out on a date. Yeah, I know.
No.
Right? I went out on a date last week to this really, really nice man. I mean, I really enjoyed his company and everything. It was a lot of fun. And he said, we should get together during the week. So we decided to get together on Sunday. And so we talk, we liaison on where we're going to meet and everything. And I want to say that fucking that sausage did not show up. And I was so upset because I really wanted to get to know him.
Wait, hold on. But did you get a call, a text, an email, something?
Not a
Nothing.
sausage.
Nothing.
Not a sausage. Let me tell you something, right? Not even a sausage. Not even a sniff.
I don't know about that suspect right there.
And so, yeah, he just didn't. But you know what? I did call and leave him a message and reamed him out. I said to him, that is so inappropriate. You could have called and said, you know what? I died in my car.
That would have been inappropriate. But then if he died, he couldn't call you.
Right, that's the only reason.
Right.
I had an emergency. Or screw you, heifer. I don't want to go out with you. You know what I mean? Say something to a sister. Guys, ladies, if you're out there and you've made date and plans with somebody and they've said yes to your date and plans and you don't show up, you need to check yourself. Seriously, you need to check yourself. I know your mama raised you better than that, right? Your mama raised you better than that. So when you make a date with somebody and they say yes, that means they like you and they're interested. They want to get to know you. Right. And it's inappropriate to do that unless you're dead in your car. Right. That I can forgive. I had to forgive because you know what? Anyway, I still had a good time at Sunday, SUNDAE, Sunday sermon with Storm in Norman. It was awesome. And that was in Harlem. That was really good. And somebody's talking to me over there from the peanut gallery. Yes. Yeah, Sunday. No, it's not. It's Sunday, like the Sunday ice cream. It's Sunday sermon. It's fun. It's party. It's party time, not church. It's church and house music like that. No, that was really great. So I had a good time with that. Anyway, so that was my weekend. It wasn't that boring. It was kind of exciting, a bit challenging. But I'm okay. Thank you, guys. So anyway, welcome Connie Chi to the show. I think I should have a clap trap. Yay! Hey, Connie.
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
So, talk to me, baby. Tell me a little bit about you. Introduce yourself to the people. So your name is Connie Chi.
I am. So let's see, where do we start? The good stuff, the juicy stuff, the secret stuff.
I want to know where you're from, where you live, what's your nationality, which one of the Asian countries are you from?
Okay, so I am actually, yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
No. Noreen.
I'm terrible.
It's horrible.
I
No
know.
kidding. I'm actually Taiwanese.
Okay.
But I was born here, Jackson Heights, Queens, New York City, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you can hear a little bit of Queens accent. English is actually my second language.
Okay. What do you speak?
Mandarin is my mother tongue.
Okay.
So I
Well,
speak.
that's good. That
Yeah.
means when the Chinese take over, because we owe them a lot of money.
Right.
You can
I'm
speak
ready.
the language.
So ready. I'm going to take on the world
You
with
teach me
that.
how to say, yes, your honorable lord.
Can I get a check?
Exactly. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I speak 3 different languages.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you speak Mandarin?
I speak
English?
Mandarin, I speak English, I speak Taiwanese.
Uh-huh.
And if you want to count a little bit of Spanish, it's just conversational, but I can wing
Better
it.
than I do. I know English, and English. I know Queen's English. I know American English, and I know Jamaican patois English.
Okay.
So tell me, what else? So how did so where did you go to school? What did you study in school?
So I actually went to Baruch.
Okay.
And I picked a very easy major due to peer pressure.
Okay.
Because my friends are like, listen, Connie, marketing is easy. It's an automatic A. I'm like, yes, that's where I'm going. So I took marketing.
Non-Asian of you.
Right. Because, speaking of non-Asian, I actually have failed calculus in my life.
Woo!
All right. I've actually gotten my first F in microeconomics and then got a second F in macro.
And what was that like? Because I know Asian parents are very strict.
Well,
when
you
it
see,
comes to
here's the
studies.
thing, right?
Uh-huh.
My parents were super strict about this.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I wonder what it feels like to get an F.
What it feels like to get in there.
Right.
And so
Right.
what did it feel like?
Oh, it was detrimental.
And what did your mother say?
I didn't tell her.
Oh, you didn't tell.
I
Is your
didn't.
mother first generation?
No, I'm first generation.
So your mother is new coming here.
Right.
She's an immigrant.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, immigrant parents, man, you can get over them. You can get over on them big time.
Well, here's the thing. To put myself through college, guys, I don't suggest you do this, okay? I had a little side hustle. So,
what was the side hustle?
look, tuition is expensive.
Right.
I went to Baruch at that time. It was a little hefty for me.
Right.
I had 3 part-time jobs, and it was not enough to subsidize books and tuition.
Right.
So Baruch is a business school, as you guys all know. So we are very business-oriented hustlers as
Right.
students. So I had a textbook side hustle.
What did you do? Sell textbooks?
Oh, yeah. So,
But how did you get them?
So
Used?
so here's the thing. I'm going to let you in on my
Okay, go
secret, okay? I actually had met people who worked at Barnes & Nobles.
Oh.
So we made a deal.
Uh-huh.
So I said to those guys, I said, listen, guys, I'll get you the customers. You get them the books at a discounted price. Every semester, my textbooks are free,
Okay.
and I get cut in a small piece of the profit. This went on for 3 years.
Okay.
I didn't tell my mother, though.
No.
I couldn't tell her.
No. But 3 jobs, but you had to get a side hustle.
I had to get a side hustle. So I got my little textbook side hustle. And then after that, graduated, marketing major, minor in computer graphics.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah, you're really good at that.
thank you. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's cathartic for me, actually.
You're really good at that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So after that, I'm like, well, what am I going to do? I mean, I know nothing really about marketing because I was busy side hustling.
Well, you
And
do your own kind of marketing.
right. And I learned how to play spades in college, right? So no, it's very non-Asian of me.
Very non-Asian.
Very non-Asian. Couldn't tell my mom either. I learned how to gamble. So long story short, I landed a job in the diamond district.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Tell me about that.
So I actually sold diamonds wholesale
Mm-hmm.
for about 17 years.
Wow.
So my job was basically to travel the United States with diamonds in my handbag.
Mhm.
So I was working for a mining company. So we would sell to like Cartiers and Tiffany's, and as salespeople,
But why
would
were they in
travel.
your handbag?
Because you have to make it all incognito for insurance purposes.
Oh, okay.
So as you go through, TSA and they check your bag, so you and your bag have to go together.
Mhm.
Your hand has to be within like arm's length reach of your bag so that it's insured.
Right.
So most of us as salespeople, we were carrying about 6 million in our handbags with double life insurance. Yeah. So that was my life for about 16 something years. It's quite stressful.
Really? I can
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
So, like, if that bag never went anywhere, it was like literally strapped to you.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like a
6
baby.
million a pop.
6 million pop, yeah. 6 million every time. So I could be easily walking down the street sometimes with like 500,000 in my bag, or, you know, 1.5 million. But when I'm traveling on a plane across the United States, it's about 6 million a pop.
Wow. I thought they shipped them.
They do ship them, but sometimes if you have shows, you know, and it's not going to get there in time or whatever the case may be, you're trying to
fly with them.
You got to fly.
So they're like raw diamonds.
No, they're actually cut. They're cut diamonds. They're cut diamonds.
That's what I mean by raw. Like they're cut. They're already polished.
They're very
and
pretty and shiny, and
God.
yeah.
So do you have a lot of diamonds?
No, because I sold them all when the market was good.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I got you. So we've got so we're going to take a break at this moment, and we'll be right back.
Cool.
Wow.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network. Are you stuck in a rut? Negative thoughts, feelings, and conversations got you down? Hi, I'm Noreen Sumpter, the Potentiator. Tune in every Tuesday at 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time and listen for new ideas on my show, Beyond Potential, Live Life Your Way, on talkradio.nyc.
Who do you want to connect with?
Are you an entrepreneur or intrapreneur looking to build your following?
Welcome to our show.
Follow Me Friday with Joan
and Priya.
Tune in every Friday at noon Eastern
on talkradio.nyc.
We're your digital connectors.
Woo woo! Talking Alternative Radio, 24 hours a day.
So we're back. This is Noreen Sumpter from Beyond Potential, Live Life Your Way. And I am with Connie Chi from the Chi Group. So Connie, as you've all heard, is very non-Asian. She got 2 Fs. She learned to play spades in college. She hustled textbooks and carried diamonds in her wallet, in her bag, 6.5 million, from 1.5 to 6.5 million. Yeah. So this woman is very non-Asian.
Very.
So let's get down to it. So you went to school for marketing and, you know, you came out, you're doing marketing, but you became a diamond dealer.
Yes.
Right. And so now you are a brand professional. Tell me how you got there.
You know, I selling diamonds for about 16, 17 years. It's fun and everything, but it ends up, you end up questioning the meaning of life, right? You get to a point, you're like, what am I doing with my life? I am babysitting a handbag with $6 million of earth.
Right.
Right? Stones, pretty much. So it got to a point where I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of working for someone else's dream. And plus the fact I got good at getting laid off. Right. So I got laid off a lot because this industry was very volatile at some point. So eventually I said to myself, I want to start my own business. So I'm like, what am I going to do?
Right.
What am I going to do? So I'm like, well, let's try something. So I actually ended up with 3 failed businesses before I actually have the Chi Group.
So failed business number 1.
I thought I was going to be a life coach.
Okay.
But didn't work out quite well. Okay.
Failed business number 2.
Failed business number 2, I thought I was going to be a concierge service for wealthy travelers.
Okay. Hence the $6.5 million diamond. Yeah, I'm sure you had a good, solid worth of people you can hit.
Right. Well, that didn't work out.
That failed.
Right.
Business number 3.
So I thought to myself, well, what the heck am I good at? Right. So I'm like, all right, marketing.
Did you make money in any of these businesses?
No.
Oh, okay.
No money. No money, bruised ego, right?
Like, what did your parents say? Connie,
My mother was like, "What are you doing? Get a job."
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
Typical Asian mom.
Uh-huh.
So the third business, I thought, okay, I'm good at sales. I'm good at marketing. I liked to connect people. And,
Uh-huh.
so, okay, I'm going to do marketing for yoga businesses,
Okay.
which sounds a little bit decent, right? We're getting somewhere.
There's a lot of yoga companies and studios. In the city.
Right. But then, it got to the point where I'm like, wait a second, where am I going to find these yoga people? Because I don't know anybody in yoga.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow I said to myself, I don't even want to do this because this isn't for me.
Right.
I can't relate to the yoga group.
Right.
So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, well, okay, we need to find something.
So where were you at this point? Because I'm sure it wasn't like, oh, 3 failed business, just on to the next thing. Or was it? Or was it like
the first
down in the dumps?
The first failed business, I have to be honest with you, I was really down in the dumps because it felt worse than the first F in college.
Okay.
And, that really hits you deep down.
Right.
Right. So I was horribly upset. I was mad at myself. It's like, how come everyone else has a business and I don't?
Right.
What's wrong with me?
Right.
Right. So I had a very rough time, the first one. By the second one, I'm like, okay, we can get used to this. By the third, it's like, whatever. Next.
Okay.
Yeah. So I ended up taking a bunch of online courses. And from there, I started to really just slowly map it out, test, map, test. And then voila, here I am with the Chi Group.
Good. And how old is the Chi Group?
We started in 2015. So still very startup. We're still growing.
You've done a lot in the space of,
yeah,
just 15, 16, nearly 3 years.
It doesn't feel like a lot. It feels like I'm just getting started.
No, but you've done a lot. You've been in a lot of different magazines and, you're heading up a lot of different groups and you're helping people fulfill on their dreams. And even with, you were on the show when last year you were on the show with, was it Fashion Week Brooklyn? Yes. Fashion Week Brooklyn?
Yeah, Fashion Week Brooklyn.
Or was it Brooklyn Fashion Week?
No, it's Fashion Week Brooklyn. We got a call.
We got a call.
Ooh.
Let's hear what they have to say. Hello, caller.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing excellent.
Great.
After listening to Connie Chi speak on the radio, it's very inspirational.
And
she's
who?
an amazing woman, very inspirational.
And who might I say is calling?
My name is Sergio Delavici, calling from Brooklyn, New York.
Okay, awesome. Do you have
Sergio?
Do you know this? Do you know? I know this guy. We know this guy, don't we?
We do.
Are you a fashion guy?
Fashion guy sounds very boring. I'm more than that. I'm definitely more than that.
Okay. So
I'm a model, actor, boxer. I'm a lot. I'm a lot. Motivational speaker.
Okay. So what's the question you have for us?
Connie has been,
The question you have for us, or comment?
Yes. First of all, great segment. Connie is very motivational. And listening to her speak after 3 failed businesses, now that she's a brand, that she's a CEO, boss lady of her own branding agency. How does it feel to be in control? How does it feel to be in power? And to be able to dictate your own schedule, to manage your own schedule, and be in a position that you are today? How does it feel after having such a major transition from one to the next to the next?
Thank you so much. We'll answer that question. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. That was a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great segment.
So Connie, answer his question.
That's
So what does it feel like to run your own business? You've had 3 failed businesses. Want to know what it feels like to actually be the boss lady. What are the things that you have to manage about you to remain in control and manage your business and be successful?
Oh my goodness, so much. It's first of all, it's absolutely liberating. It's almost like I can't even explain it. It's just like a breath of fresh air. And it feels great. The fact that you can dictate who you want to do business with, when you want to do business, who you want to talk to and don't talk to, right? So it's all great there. And as far as the managing part, it's this emotion that really gets to me. Because as a woman, right? I go through these ups and downs. And sometimes you're sitting there, Noreen, I'm not going to lie to you. I have some tough clients and I want to just cuss them out.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm like, I'm a woman. I have to be, in control. I'm running a business. I am the brand. I am the face of the business.
Right.
So, it's very emotional sometimes because you get really stuck in a way to your business.
Because you're still growing.
It's
Because
still
you've been at
growing.
it. So I'm going to say, so in 3 years, right? I'm just trying to remember back when I was at 3 years. So it's like, one, you're still trying to figure out what the company is, right? I mean, you know what you're actually doing, but you still want to figure out who you're being in the company, right? You have to deal with your disappointments. You have to, you're I call it the Indian chief, the cook, the bottle washer, everybody.
Oh
right?
my goodness, yes.
So you're everybody doing everything. And you're also having a life or trying to have a life.
What life? You are kidding me. Let me tell you, as an entrepreneur, I'm sure if there's entrepreneurs on the line, you're going to understand this. You don't have a social life. You don't go out. You don't party. Forget dating. That's like, forget that. That's out the window. I don't have time for that, right?
Okay.
Gone.
Okay.
And sometimes, I don't know if it happens to you, but I forget to eat and drink. So I have to schedule it in my calendar.
Oh, wow. No, it's not that bad.
No, it's bad for me. Yeah.
But I would say in the first couple of years, it was bad because I would get up early in the morning because I had to write. So I had to write out all kinds of stuff, like put structures together and all this. And half the time it's like you're doing courses, you're learning things, and you now have to, and there was, most of these people would be like, so this is how you do this, and this is how you do this, and this is how you do this. Now go away, little girl, and do it on your own, right? And then you'll be like, fuck. Or you go spend thousands of dollars and you go take a course and it's like rah, rah all weekend. And they tell you how to do these things and you come back and you're like, you got this big fat manual.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, I still have to create. It's not magical.
Oh, no.
There's no magic in here. You have to create magic. So I fully understand. And there were times that I didn't eat. I would wake up with the sun and go down with the sun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of people think the entrepreneur life, you have your own business, it's sexy, it's cool, it's fun. Oh, they have no idea because there's days that you're sleeping on a futon. You are eating, I don't know, ramen noodles.
No, I didn't go that far.
It gets bad for some of us.
Yes.
I
mean, I've gotten to the point where I did have only $8. I wrote an article about it. It's called A Sandwich and a Drink Away from Poverty.
Oh, that's a good one. I like it.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think it was called A Soda and a Sandwich, a Step Away from Poverty or something like that.
Oh, that's great.
But I got down to $8.46 in my checking account. And I was like,
goodness.
I've got $8.46 in my checking account. Oh my God. Right. And I could hear my father's voice. You're worthless and good for nothing. How you come to this?
I have a similar story because at some point I wanted to do real estate in New York City.
I did that for 15 years.
That's no joke.
Yeah.
Kudos to you because
thank you.
I did it for about a few months. And at that point, they ask you for money to deposit for a key to look at some of these places.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
You didn't have that? We had that. So we had to deposit like money every time we want to show an apartment. And I remember this one time they asked me for $10. Noreen, I didn't have $10.
Right.
I couldn't believe that I actually was walking around New York City trying to be a real estate agent with $0 in the bank account.
Well, I'm sure there's like many of us who are walking around in the city with no money. I mean, that's the life of an entrepreneur. It's up, it's down, it's left, it's right.
Yeah.
It's backwards, it's forwards. But that's why they say, like, there's some people that make it and then some people that don't. And you got to be, look, I don't have a plan B.
Me neither.
I don't have a plan B. And technically, I really don't want a plan B.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to make this thing work. And it's working. It's really working. I've been at it 15 years now. And it's working. I paid off my apartment.
Wow.
There's a lot of things that I've done.
I mean, you're doing great. You're doing great work out there.
I love my work. It's the best thing ever.
I believe it.
So, and I'm just committed. And if to be an entrepreneur, you just have to be committed.
Yeah.
So now tell me so you have these difficult people that you work with.
Yes.
And fire them?
I call it breaking up. I have this really I don't know, maybe you can call it bad, right? But I have this tendency to break up with clients because at some point, if you're hiring me as an agency and you're hiring me for my expertise,
Right.
you need to be able to listen.
Yes.
Because obviously you need help, right? So I'm willing to help you. I'm willing to spend the time to help you. But a lot of these clients, they don't want to listen. And what ends up happening is I'm not going to be wasting time like that. And I can't fight with them like that, you know, because there's plenty of other businesses out there that need help.
Right.
So I call it breaking up.
So, so that's the early years. So tell me about like a good client. A good client.
Oh my God, good clients.
You have lots of good clients.
I have lots of great clients. What are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, I love those clients who are very like cutting edge, straight to the point. You know, they're quick to respond to you and they know how to throw the punches and roll with you and they're witty. And I know it sounds like there's a lot going on, right?
No, it's good.
But I love those types of clients because they are the ones who are willing to think outside the box with you.
And I think with branding, you have to think outside the box.
100%. 100%. You know, the thing with branding is a lot of times people think it's a cookie cutter and it's just, here's my logo, my website, I have a name, beautiful fonts, I'm good. No, you're not.
Right.
Because that's not the way branding is built at this point. So, you know, it takes a lot of outside the box strategies. I talk about this a lot about co-branding and about humanizing brands. Those are the two core things that we focus on.
Okay. So we're going to take a break. Hold that thought and we'll come right back.
Sure.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.
Are you into comics, movies, and pop culture at large? What about music and TV? Then you're in for a treat. This is Michael Dolce, your host on TalkingAlternative.com. I've been professionally writing comic books, screenplays, and music articles for almost 15 years. Catch my show, Secrets of the Sire, at its new primetime slot, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and get the inside scoop on the pop culture universe you love to talk about. For more info, go to secretsofthesire.com.
Are you feeling unhappy with your body, shape, or size? Ever feel out of control with food? I'm Elizabeth Tripp, your host of Nourish the Soul. Join me to uncover the root to these imbalances and discover a permanent solution to living a healthy life. Join us every Wednesday at my new time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on talkradio.nyc. Talking Alternative Radio, 24 hours a day.
So we're back. This is Noreen Sumpter from Beyond Potential, Live Life Your Way. And we're here with Connie Chi of the Chi Group. Yay, Connie. Now, Connie's really good and she's really inspirational. She's extremely motivational. I have met a ton of people that she's actually done work with, and they like sing your praises and say things like, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if I didn't speak to Connie. Like you've just given them like a lot of insight into their own personal development and stuff. So even though you didn't make it as a life coach, you're making it as a branding person who has some life coaching abilities to motivate and inspire people to go for things that they want.
Well, because I'm certified in neurolinguistic programming.
Oh, good. So you've got a lot of things under your belt.
I do. I'm also certified in diamond grading, so I can grade a diamond. So I got a lot going on.
Right.
Yeah.
So you said that, like, you know, the life of an entrepreneur is, you know, you were talking about that and saying that it's not easy.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I created for myself was, like, in the coffee shop next door to me, I have a tab. And, you know,
oh, that's great.
I created a tab because there was some comedy movie where the guy got picked up by the police. right? He's in the office. I can't remember his name, but he got stopped by the police, and they were saying they were, giving him a ticket or something, and he said, "Put it on my tab." Put it on my tab. He just kept on saying that. And so I opened up a tab with my coffee shop next door. What I do is my coffees and my lunch and stuff like that, I can eat them, and I pay them all at the end of the month. And they know me, so they know I'm not going to skip town with their money. And it had gotten to the point. And so what's great about it is that if I have people come, I put their stuff on the tab as well. So I've got a tab running, but I know I'm committed to paying it at the end of the month. So it's like having the ability to go down to a small amount of money if you're an entrepreneur and somebody doing your own business or your own life, going down to maybe quarters or something. I've never gone that far, but $8.96 is very close to quarters.
Yeah.
But you have to know, and you have to stand in faith and commitment that you are gonna raise up and get yourself moving.
Yeah.
So it's just really being committed to what you say you're going to do, and getting up, creating the discipline, creating the power to get up every day, make those calls, have those conversations, even when you don't want to. Right. And be forward thinking and go out and network and talk to people and share about what you're up to. I'm sure that's what you do that all the time. I mean, this woman, you'll talk to her. This is our 8th meeting today. I'm like, you're what? 8th, 9th, 10th meeting today. You started at what time in the morning, and you're not finished until 10 o'clock midnight.
Yeah. And it keeps going. It's repeat.
So, I mean, really, I know that you are successful and you might be quite modest.
Thank you.
I think that you're a person that branding is a huge deal today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And people are branding themselves even when they don't have a business.
Correct.
Tell me, what's that about?
The thing is, when you create yourself as a brand, let's say, for example, you're out there looking for your job, or you just graduated college. When you create yourself as a brand, you're showing people that that you're serious, that yes, I have value beyond just a piece of paper.
Right.
And also, when you create that brand, you become super marketable. And this just keeps carrying over and building and building and building. So one day, if let's say you decide, hey, I don't want to work a 9 to 5, I want to now create my own business, you already have your own brand in place from, let's say, 10, 15 years ago that you can now tap into, build on, and utilize it for your business.
Right.
And you're not starting from scratch like a lot of us, in the beginning we're doing. So you already have all the assets in place.
So it's just doing a little. So what do you suggest people do on a day-to-day basis? Like, for instance, I have my business, right? So I have certain things that I put out every week. I can't even remember. It's something on Monday, a quote of the week, something Monday. I can't. It's it's so on because what my assistant goes to me, Noreen, we're running out of quotes, and then what I do is I go in and write quotes, and then we have one picture, which is a static picture of me, and then a new quote every day. It comes out on Sunday and it runs for the whole week. So I have 2 things that I do consistently. Then I have my blog that I do consistently, and then if I don't have anything to blog about or write about, I just send out something that's happening. But it's always got my hand in the pie. And what I've experienced is that people do actually get my work and have called me based upon my blogs or the Instagram or my Facebook or my Google or whatever that is.
Right.
But let me tell you, it ain't easy doing all that stuff.
No, it's not. And what you're doing is you're doing it right, because you're tapping into the experience as a brand. So that's super key, because at the end of the day, your clients are human.
Right.
And we humans are built to connect on emotions.
Right.
And we do that through experiences with brands. So as a client, I'm experiencing you through social media, and I'm saying, hey, I love this experience. I want more of this experience, because we either chase happiness or we go away from fear, right? So I want more of this experience. So I'm going to now hire Noreen because I want to feel like this all the time.
Cool.
So that's your experience as a brand.
Oh, thank you. So what I found is that it takes something, right? Because I thought that I was doing a really bad job. But what I've discovered is that people are paying companies are paying millions of dollars
Correct.
for like branding
Yes.
and social media
Yes.
and all that. And they get, I don't know what the percentage of the return is, but it's not a high return given that they're spending so much money.
Correct.
Right. So here I was thinking this year, I just made it over 1,000 people on my Instagram. On my Facebook, I have 2,083,000 people. I don't
Congrats.
even know, but that's been over a period of years. My business page, however, sucks. It seems like people come to my personal page more than they do my business page.
Correct.
I don't really focus on my business page too much, but I put everything all in one place. But Instagram took me, I would say, 3 or more years to get over 1,000. And what I discovered, which I have not been doing on this show, which is to have people Instagram me or sign up to my Instagram me. What do we say?
Follow. Just a sidebar.
That's why I've not been getting any, because I'm going to Instagram me. They're like, what the hell is that? Follow me on Instagram, Noreen Sumpter, personal life coach. I've not been doing that, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So it's not being consistent. And what I realized is a couple of weeks ago, I was at a meeting and I said to people, I'd like to make it over 1,000. So will you follow me or will you Instagram me? I probably said that, right? And that's how I got over. So what I've now realized is we have to ask.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And so tell me about, do you know about these individuals that are helping? They say to you, get in contact with me, pay me X amount of monies and I'll get you millions of followers. What is that?
You know, some of those are it's robotics,
Right.
right? They have some kind of algorithm cracked on Instagram and they know how to figure it out. That's one. Two, I probably wouldn't waste your marketing dollars.
I wouldn't do that.
It's just don't waste your time, don't waste your marketing dollars.
No, I
you know,
wouldn't do
it's
that.
better to create the organic connection.
Yes.
And the reason why it's easier for people to follow you personally versus the business, that's just because even as brands, it's much more difficult to get people to follow them as a brand because people want to see people.
Right.
You know, they want to know what's the personal experience, not the brand experience.
No, the personal experience.
They want your personal experience. In other words, they want to be all up in your business.
Oh,
Yeah.
You want to be all up in my
All up in your business.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, you could have been all up in my business. So, okay. So what do you love about branding? And why is this company more, is it because you love it?
Oh, it's not just I love it. I adore my company. Like, this is my baby. And I will fight for my baby.
It is like a child, right? Because you have to nurture it, grow it,
Coddle
sit with
it.
it, everything.
Yeah. Sleep with it.
So have you ever had a customer that said to you, I hate this, this is terrible, is this the worst?
What, the work that I created? No, because I don't let it get to that point.
Right.
Because every time I put work out there, I am literally pouring my heart and soul into every single ounce of thing that I do. The challenge becomes is when the customer starts to negotiate with me.
In terms of what?
Pricing.
Oh.
Or
that's their right. They can negotiate.
Right,
You don't
correct.
have to.
Correct, absolutely. Or they start negotiating with me about certain things they will and will not do.
Okay.
So this drives me nuts.
So like what?
For example, you know, I'm telling them you're going to create an experience and you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and explain to them why. And they start negotiating with me. They say, I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3, but maybe we won't do 4 and 5 until later on in the year. I'm like, wait a second. You can't do that because then you create half experience. Then what are we doing here? So, you know, you come across all types of different people. They're very interesting. It's fun.
Right.
Yeah, to say the least.
It's let me say this. My first experience as a coach that I had, which literally had my stomach fall out of my rectum, and was this woman that I had, and she was very dominating and tried to dominate me, but it wasn't working. And I just said to her, look, here's the thing, right? The way, you know, because I have to tell people how they're being. The way you're being is not conducive to what you say you are and who you say you want to be. So I just sort of told her straight. She called me, wanted to have a consultation. I just got her immediately. And she called me back the other day. She goes, she called me back the next day. She goes, what you said to me was so inappropriate. I didn't like it. I am not such and such. I'm going to write a Yelp review and tell everybody that you're rubbish. Right?
Oh, no.
And my stomach just went boom. Right? Because in that moment, you're like, that's your first kind of criticism, right? Like,
Yeah.
And you're like, how am I going to, oh my God, she's going to ruin my life. No. But then I realized, you know what? This is good.
It's feedback.
This is really good because she's going to do this thing. She's going to write this horrible review. People are going to read the review. They're going to want to know who I am. They're probably going to want to check in and see if I'm really that way.
Mhm.
This is good. And then I after I realized that, because it was the fear of like being made to look bad, or you know,
Right.
I'm not good at what I do, or no this.
Right.
And then I realized, no, this is what builds courage.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what builds character. I'm building character right now.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
and she never did it, but like I was ready. I was ready to do it because you know, look, even Oprah, and she's the goddess of the world. She's the goddess of the world. Everybody loves her. I've never come
yeah.
across anyone that doesn't like Oprah. Who else is there that people like? Obama. I've heard people criticize him and say things about him, but I'm sure
The Dalai Lama.
Yeah, Dalai Lama. I'm sure people say stuff about all these amazing people, and they're just like, okay. And they just continue on with their life.
That's it.
Right?
That's
So
it.
who am I to like be worried about somebody's criticism?
Right.
If I'm not growing, if I'm not bumping up against obstacles. So we have to bump up against obstacles.
100%.
And we have to learn how to manage difficult people, or people that we consider difficult because we haven't developed the skills to deal with them.
Right.
So on that note, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Sounds good.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.
Are you a conscious co-creator? Are you on a quest to raise your vibration and your consciousness? I'm Sam Leibowitz, your conscious consultant, and on my show, The Conscious Consultant Hour, Awakening Humanity, we will touch upon all these topics and more. Listen live at our new time on Thursdays at 12 noon Eastern Time. That's The Conscious Consultant Hour, Awakening Humanity, Thursdays, 12 noon on talkradio.nyc.
Are you feeling unhappy with your body, shape, or size? Ever feel out of control with food? I'm Elizabeth Tripp, your host of Nourish the Soul. Join me to uncover the root to these imbalances and discover a permanent solution to living a healthy life. Join us every Wednesday at my new time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on talkradio.nyc.
TalkingAlternative.com.
So we're back. This is Noreen Sumpter from Beyond Potential, Live Life Your Way, and we're back with Connie G.
Chi.
I know,
like
it's
the
Connie
energy.
G. It's Connie G. Who's Connie G? I'm thinking all of a sudden that news anchor lady. came
Connie
in.
Chung.
Connie Chung.
I was named after her.
You were?
I was.
Your mother liked her.
No.
Who
My
liked
mother
her?
didn't have a name for me.
Okay.
I was almost going to be a Conrad. She swore she was having a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Pop out a girl. And then it's 11 something at night. We need a name. Oh, Connie Chung's anchoring. We're just going to go with that. That's how I got my name. It was like so, like no love was involved.
Well, how
in
did that just pop out of my mouth? Like Connie Chung. I'm thinking Connie Chung. Oh my God. And you're named after Connie Chung.
Yeah.
Is she still on TV?
No, I don't think so. No, she retired.
Really?
Her husband is still on TV.
Who was her husband again?
Maury Povich,
Yeah,
right?
Maury
Maury.
Povich. He's still on TV?
Yeah, he's still
He
doing
still
his show.
has a show?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that just shows how long I haven't watched TV. So, okay, so you have some questions here. What are your superpowers? What's your superpowers that has contributed to the success in your life and your career?
Oh my goodness, my superpower. Does it have to be just one?
You can have a few.
Oh my God, I have few. I think first and foremost, having the ability to speak multiple language
Mhm.
is definitely a great superpower. Also, the fact that I'm an introvert.
Okay, you are an introvert?
Yeah, I am an introvert. I test out to be an INTP, which 1% of women in the world have this personality.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't remember what mine is, but I'm totally an extrovert.
You're an extrovert, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I'm an extrovert. Like I get my energy from outside in.
Right.
Like I live from the inside out, but I get energy from people. I draw energy from people.
Right.
But then, and I also give a lot of energy.
Yes, you
and
do.
then I need to shut away and rebuild myself.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I'm the complete opposite. Like if I'm in a crowd, it drains me so much. It takes me 2 to 3 days, almost a week to recover physically.
Really?
Yeah.
So for me, in a group or a crowd, I'm like,
you're like, yes.
You know, I get like, I can't get enough. Oh my God, I want to talk to everybody and I can't talk to everybody. I'm so mad.
You're like a vampire.
I want to talk to everybody in that, because I just believe everybody has something to offer.
100%.
You know,
yeah.
and you can always learn, and even kids. You
Oh,
can
I
learn
love
so much.
I
from
love talking to kids.
everybody, you know, old people, children, everybody.
Yeah.
You know, can contribute to you in your life. And so I get really excited in groups and I want to like meet everyone, you know. So your superpowers are
being a introvert,
Mhm.
speaking 3 languages.
Mhm.
And I have to also say the neurolinguistic programming part, like tapping into people's subconscious. I know it's a little woo-woo, but I love it.
It's not woo-woo. I just said Connie Chung, which I know that wasn't me. That was, you know, tapping into something popped out.
Yeah.
That, you know,
Yeah.
there's a connection there.
Yeah, but you know, when you understand how the human mind works,
Mhm.
not just physically, but also on a subconscious level, you know, being able to pinpoint certain words that people are using to understand what they're really thinking about and what their true wants and desires are,
Mhm.
I think there's something special there because that at that point, you know how to connect with people, you know how to do business better,
Right.
and you know how to build yourself better as well.
And you also know how to build their brand because you know the
100%.
wants that they don't know what they want.
Right.
I mean, you know the wants that they know.
Their
that they
subconscious
need.
secret
Yes,
desires
absolutely,
as a brand.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, okay. What are some of the things that many people that don't know? What are some of the things that people don't know about you that you'd like them to know?
That they don't know about
Yeah.
me, that I want them to know.
Yeah.
Ooh. Might not be able to say it live though. Well, let's see. I'll tell you guys a funny story. I have a younger brother,
Uh-huh.
and we are complete opposites in personality. And as kids, we used to have this really bad habit. Please don't judge me, guys. I'm a vegan now, okay? So just bear with me on this
Okay.
one. In the summertime, when it was hot in the city, you have a lot of ants that come into the apartment.
Right, right.
So I guess at that time, our hobby as kids, we would glue the ants to the windowsill. So every single window, minus the kitchen and the bathroom,
Right.
had glued ants on the windowsill for the 3 years. So they would like overlay on each other.
Oh Jesus! But didn't they like? So they just like solidified and they
In
were
the glue.
mummified.
They
in the
were
glue.
mummified in the glue in like all these weird positions, and my mother would like scream at us all the time.
Right.
But it didn't stop. So every time we go to school, we both of us never had glue. That was the
Right.
one thing that always was missing from the list.
So she wouldn't buy you glue.
She gave up. She's like, forget it. You're not getting glue. One year she bought stick glue.
Right. So the Maddie Ann stick to the glue instead of sticking to the window.
Yeah, well, then the hobby turned into drawing on the walls. So,
Oh, shoot.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Right.
please don't judge
So-
me.
So you know what you're coming back as in the next life, right?
An
A
ant
freaking
probably. That's going to be glued to the windowsill.
Speaking of ants, I was down under Dumbo. I was in Dumbo a few weeks ago, and I was at the flea market and I was helping a friend out. And behind her, there was, when I say millions, they were like, there was a thick grade of ants
Ooh.
just crawling. And I thought to myself, my God, this whole construction is filled with ants from top to bottom.
Right.
But I love ants because they're so industrious.
They really are. I mean, if you really stop and stare at them for about 10 minutes.
I used to stare at them for a lot longer than that.
Yeah, we used to glue them. So
Yeah, you were an ant murderer. But no, they're so industrious. They're so helpful. I mean, I just love ants.
I mean,
And
they're
I
very
said, if we could
focused
be-
too.
If we could be like ants, like if you've ever seen them like lifting little bits of things, like
Yeah.
twice and 3 and 4 and 10 times their
Sure.
body weight, passing it from one ant to another ant. You know, if there's an injured ant, they take him and they pass him round to the others and they get him into where, I don't know, the ant infirmary or something. But, you know, I think that like they're amazing. You murderer.
I know. I was a murderer. I know, an ant murderer.
So what else? What else about you that we need to know? What would you like to have? Tell us your favorite customer and how can people reach you?
My favorite customer is someone who is willing to be outside of the box with me.
And what does that actually mean?
It means a customer who's willing to try things that are not conventional.
Right.
So they have to be a little bit of a rebel, because that's actually my own brand personality. Is part of it is being a rebel. So they have
very complicated.
It's super complicated. There's about 13 different brand personalities. So I already know what my brand personality is. As an agency, we're a rebel, lover, and superhero.
Okay, cool.
That's our personality. So, you know, I like customers who are willing to be a little bit of rebel and who are willing to try things that are just definitely not ordinary.
Right.
So that's my favorite type of customer.
Okay. And where can people reach you?
You guys can check us out on the website at the Chi Group. So the Chi, CHI Group, GROUP.co. You can follow us on Twitter at the Chi Group, on Instagram at the Chi Group.
And they can actually sign up for your newsletter.
They can sign up for my newsletter, and I also
newsletter is actually really good. I've learned a lot.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I also have my own podcast, which is called the Brand Academy Podcast.
Oh, cool.
And I dish out secrets on marketing and branding.
Is this something that you do? How often do you do that?
When I have time, I try to plug in as much as I can. But yeah, I got a full schedule. So when I have time, I upload stuff. So
right. Okay. So you upload and then you share.
I share. So it's on like Google Play, iTunes.
So where do you see yourself in, like, just say the next 5 years?
Taking over the world.
Okay, world domination.
World domination, yes. Personally, yes, world domination.
Okay.
But for my business, I definitely do see it going overseas. I am working on building more overseas presence. So China is actually one of my targets. And also,
I read an article this week that the Chinese have a lot of disposable income.
100%, yeah.
Tremendous amount.
Oh, yeah.
And they have all these young, amazing people coming in who have all this disposable cash. So
yeah, so China's on my
Mandarin,
list.
so
I speak Mandarin. London is also on my list, and possibly Dubai. And then within the next 5 years, I know this is lofty, but I have been island shopping for the last 10 years. So in the next 5 years, I want to be able to purchase an island.
Okay. All right. It's possible.
It is possible.
Anything's possible.
There's
right?
islands under $1 million out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
It depends on if you're using it to hunt, to fish, to live on it. But there's islands up in Canada that go for about $50,000 to $75,000.
Really?
Yeah, but those you can't build on. It's just for like scenery. If you're looking to build on those start to get a little bit more expensive. So the cheapest that I've seen was about 5 million. That's buildable land. That's buildable. The only thing is you would also have to check for flood insurance and all that kind of stuff. So,
right.
Yeah, I've been shopping.
So what would you build on these islands?
Some people build vacation homes. So I want to eventually build, a home on there, maybe rent it out, and at least I'll have my own island, like Queen Connie. Hello.
Queen Connie. So on that note, we are going to complete, and I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you.
And give your email address again.
So the website for the company is the Chi Group, THECHI Group, GROUP.co.
And on that note, I say thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning
Thank you, guys.
and being with us tonight. I look forward to being with you next week. And this is Noreen Sumpter for signing off. And you can follow me. You can follow me on NoreenSumpterCoach.com. Bye.
Bye, guys.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network. Are you stuck in a rut? Negative thoughts, feelings, and conversations got you down? Hi, I'm Noreen Sumpter, the Potentiator. Tune in every Tuesday at 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time and listen for new ideas on my show, Beyond Potential, Live Life Your Way, on talkradio.nyc.
Hey, all you crazy listeners. Looking to boost your business? Why not advertise on Talking Alternative with very reasonable rates? Interested? Simply email at info@talkingalternative.com.
Are you into comics, movies, and pop culture at large? What about music and TV?